Welcome again to another episode of Life Winning Hacks with yours truly, Hugh J. Harmon. As always, before I jump into this week's Life Winning Hack, I want to tell you a little bit about Excel Services that you see the name right up there. Excel Counseling Services. We're a one-stop shop and platform that is producing content to help people of all ages, backgrounds, and aspirations to achieve optimal outcomes, outputs, and results in life. As a board certified Christian counselor, receiving my certification from the National Association of Christian Counselors, I am trained in counseling around self development, addiction, anger, anxiety, depression, marital discord, trauma, and personal and community crisis situations. In addition to the practical counseling training that I've received, I've also developed a battery of life coaching techniques and strategies that I believe can be a valuable asset to those of you seeking to make a change in your life situation. I'm a trained counselor, and I'm also an ordained Christian minister and career educator. I know it sounds like a broken record. So I bring all facets of my past experience, both professionally and personally, to bear on these presentations. In addition to the content presented by our website and our social media pages, we also would love the opportunity to bring our presentations to you. We are open for bookings at schools, corporate meetings, and seminars, or community-wide events. We can craft a presentation that is customized for the clientele that we serve to both help you as an organization to share your why or passion with the public, to drive donations into your organization, to professionally develop your staff or inspire your leadership, or to help you to cast vision among those that you serve. We're able to do all-day seminars or singular workshops on various topics, from leadership development to personal development to servant leadership to strategic branding and pitching for emerging entrepreneurs, to taking an idea from the seed stage to the stage of publishing and producing a finished and marketable good or service. In today's presentation of Life Winning Hacks, before I start, I want you to get a notebook, get a pencil, get a pen, get a writing instrument, something for you to take your notes down. Maybe you're better at typing your notes down, whatever you desire. This is the time you get that stuff ready. In today's presentation of Life Winning Hacks, I want to talk about the art of minding your own business. You can win in life if you become an expert at your own business. I know it sounds humorous, but it's the facts. 3 weeks ago, we talked about learning from losing. 2 weeks later, we talked about the secret of gratitude. And to keep it with focusing on the fundamentals necessary to win, I want to talk about minding your own business. First, let's define minding your own business. Minding, that word, that term, is about attending to closely. It is defined as to regard with attention. It is important to consider. It is to give heed attentively in order to obey. It is to be concerned about. Your own business, that construct suggests that you have hold of it as property. Nowadays, the culture uses the terms of taking ownership of a thing. People are encouraged to own their feelings or emotions. We're told that we ought to own our faults and failures in a situation. Young people may even say, "my bad," to express their intent to own their part in a problematic situation. Business is really self-explanatory. It speaks to that which concerns you. Some synonyms that are used to replace business in this kind of grammatical construct include mind your own affairs, mind your own matters. The distinction is being made between what should mean most to you versus what you are inserting your opinion upon or concerning that does not really involve you or really impact your life. Let me say it again. The difference is when you involve yourselves in what should mean most to you versus involving yourself or inserting your opinion or your concern into something that really doesn't involve you or really impact your life. As we seek to win in life, we must learn to mind our own business. Because when we don't, we enter races that we aren't built to compete in. We get into conflicts that we aren't supposed to be involved in. We find ourselves smack dab in the middle of competition and comparison. And neither of those things are helpful to us. We get on paths that lead us away from what God intended for us, and life becomes frustrating because you're straining and using strength, patience, power, and even influence in enterprises that will bring you little return on investment. Imagine you're spending more emotional energy getting upset and disturbed about a relationship between two people that aren't really invested in a relationship with you. We see it all the time with the advent of social media, where people are in full-blown arguments about the lives of celebrities. Let's use them. Talking as if they know these folks personally, with opinions, some scorching about the character of these individuals, although they've never met the person. Hating these individuals based on the character that they portray in movies or film, assuming that the character is a direct portrayal of this person in reality and their true character, not realizing that the industry is the entertainment industry, and they're paid to entertain and create huge revenues based on how well they entertain. We don't have to look at the banter about celebrities. We can look at the dust-ups about regular folks who have learned how to use social media to socialize and to influence the emotions of others by posting controversial content to drive likes and followers to their page so that they could gain some revenue from possible advertisers. But the things that they're posting are not at all a snapshot of who they are, but rather is part of their strategy to get paid. Regardless of where it is happening, on social media, at the water cooler, on the job, in the break room, or on the telephone in the privacy of your own home, do the conversations that you have add value to your life or to those that depend on you for sustenance and support? Is the research that you're doing on Google or Wikipedia adding to your curiosity about the failures in others more than it is adding to the improvement of your own life? If you were to review the last 5 conversations you had, or the last 5 posts that you made, or the last 5 searches that you made, be honest. Did those conversations, posts, or searches concern you and yours? I'm not here telling you to live a selfish life only concerned about what matters to you, but I'm saying in order for you to win in life, you must focus on you and what you need and want, and less on what you think others should need and want. I'm not saying don't focus at all. I think you should focus more. If it is so easy to see the faults and failures and issues and idiosyncrasies in others while never quite spotting those same issues in ourselves. It's a sort of human thing because our eyes sit on our heads and can really only look out ahead of us. Yes, we can look down at ourselves, but that takes effort and may even leave us with a crick in our neck. But with little effort, we're always looking out at the world beyond us. The Bible says it this way in Matthew 7, chapter 3, verses 3 through 5. Why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye? How can you say to your brother, let me take the speck out of your eye, when all the time there's a plank in your own eye? You hypocrite, first take the plank out of your own eye, and then you'll see clearly to move the speck from your brother's eye. Wayne Dyer, who's a positive thought, motivational speaker type. I don't really agree with him on a lot of things, but he said this, and I do agree with him on it. Cultivate your own garden. Let go of your tendency to examine and judge how others cultivate theirs. Catch yourself in moments of gossip about how others ought to be living, and rid yourself of thoughts about how they should be doing it this way or how they have no right to live or think as they do. Stay busy and involved in your own projects and your own pursuits. Robert Heinlein once said, 90% of all human wisdom is the ability to mind your own business. The world's philosophers have spoken and waxed articulately in prose about the power of a focused mind on the affairs of oneself. But before they articulated their thoughts about this, God's word had something to say. 1 Thessalonians 4:11, Paul tells the Thessalonian believers, and to aspire to live quietly, and to mind your own affairs, and to work with your hands as we instructed you. The writer of Proverbs 26:17 gives us this wisdom. Whoever meddles in a quarrel not his own is like one who takes a passing dog by the ears. When we don't mind our own business, we won't be able to declare like Paul did in Romans 14. So then each of us will give an account of himself to God. When you learn the art of minding your own business, you will execute like the writer of Ecclesiastes 4 describes when he says, better is a handful of quietness than 2 hands full of toil and a striving after wind. If what you heard really got you thinking, if what you heard has been transformational and impactful in your life, just through the words about the art of minding your own business, you were spoken that you heard spoken on this afternoon, through the things that you've heard me speak about, I challenge you to do a number of things for us. I always do this at the end of every talk. Number one, I want you to share this message with as many people as you know that would benefit from it. The art of minding your own business. Number two, if you are a leader of an organization, a youth group, a church auxiliary, or even a mission-centered nonprofit or for-profit business, and you would love for us to come in and speak to your staff or to your leadership and to your membership to encourage them in some way, shape, or form, please reach out. We would love to partner with you in some way, even if you want us to run a workshop, a seminar, be a keynote speaker at an event that you have. I encourage you to reach out to us. There are a number of ways you can reach out to us, but the most efficient and effective way is by email. And I'm going to make that scroll around the bottom of the screen. I want you to, and those emails are going along the bottom of the screen, excelacademycola@gmail.com, all one word, all lowercase. It's going along the bottom of the screen. kingdombookandgift@gmail.com, or by direct email at hjvharmon@gmail.com. It's all there along the bottom of the screen. I encourage you to reach out to us. If you're led to partner with us financially, we would love that. We will encourage that. We will invite that and to donate to this cause so that we can continue to bring this kind of content to the forefront. Please consider sending us a monetary contribution, either by mail to the address the correspondence, Excel Counseling Services, P.O. Box 290365, Columbia, South Carolina 29229. I'm going to have that going along the bottom of the screen for you. Make the checks payable to yours truly, Hugh J. Harmon. Again, mail them to Excel Counseling Services, P.O. Box 290365, Columbia, South Carolina 29229. Or you can send us a donation by PayPal. And that donation is coming along the bottom of the screen. We'd appreciate your donation by PayPal. You can use the email hjvharmon@gmail.com when you get to PayPal. I thank you in advance for your support, for your assistance in spreading the word. For those who give us a gift of $50 or more, we would love to regift you with an inspirational book from our publishing wing, KB&G Publishers. If you intend to send a gift of $50 or more, please send your return mailing address and you can expect a gift of a book from us. Thank you for your support and your continued assistance. And remember, you've got to do what was encouraged in this particular post. Learn the art of minding your own business and putting energy in to what